Hello everyone and welcome to the new series Who Is, which is going to present you all the teams coming from the East Qualifier of the International 2013. I am Myzzrym. I am a caster who casted a lot of Dota, Southeast Asian Dota I should say, and I know that most of these teams might not really ring a bell to most viewers due to the fact that they haven't really been participating in big tournaments with big prize money. They are pretty well known in Southeast Asia, but outside of that, probably not. So let's solve that problem by presenting you MiTH-Trust. MiTH-Trust is a team that comes from Thailand and it has been up and running since 2008. It's a very old team. The organization is called Made in Thailand, hence the name MiTH, and they have a slogan which is "In Trust We Trust," and which is very often spammed whenever they play. And well, they have been a very dominant Southeast Asian team back in Dota All-Stars era. We'll have to see that when we go over the achievement list. But the problem is they have been only relatively few notable achievements coming from them in Dota 2. Now, something that very often we tend to forget is that MiTH-Trust have been invited to the first international, and that they did pretty well on it as well. And they also are a very stable team. They have 4 players in their current roster who participated in the first international. Talking about the players, we have as the farm role Lakills, the mid role is AABBAA, TNK, who's the captain, is in the off lane. He was named Tree in the first international. SD is the position 4, he was named Lookbowl in the first international, and R5, who's position 5, is the only one who haven't been experiencing the international and who replaces L3 and U. Now, as you can see here, all these players are already very experienced. They have been playing a lot Dota 1, Dota 2, as well, they have been playing in the first international, which is not something everyone can boast about. The achievement is, well, 2008 to 2011, it's actually very ridiculous the number of wins they have in tournaments. I think it's something like 19 first place in 2008, 12 in 2009, 19 again in 2010. Well, you get the gist. The thing is, remember that Dota All-Stars, the tournaments are very localized. It's very often small tournaments, and most of those wins are coming from tournaments like, Thailand competition and everything. So it's very hard to assess their strength by just saying that, because they have been playing a lot, so at least they have practice, but we can't really know who they play against and if it's really relevant when it will come to big online plays against Chinese teams. In 2011, they started to play Dota 2, as the fact that they show up in the international 2011 shows. But they still don't drop Dota All-Stars. There's a lot of teams that when they started Dota 2, they just went all in Dota 2. But MiTH-Trust is a team that played a lot of Dota All-Stars still, and they have, in 2011 to 2013, still a lot of achievements under Dota 1. They are thus a very versatile team, and as I understood, they have been playing a lot of Dota 2 lately, and they are looking to come back in force in Dota 2. Now, as I said, they have been winning and playing in a lot of tournaments, so I haven't listed all of them because you probably don't even know about them. The few notable ones that you may have heard of: World Cyber Game in 2008, which was pretty much a golden age of World Cyber Games. They were ranked 3rd. The International 2011, they were ranked 7th, so they brought home $25,000. Dota 2, the Asia, very recently, it was in December 2012, they were ranked 4th. So Dota 2, the Asia was pretty much like a mini international only for the Asia, and I think there haven't been that many Chinese teams playing in it. In fact, MiTH-Trust was playing against like teams like Zenith, Orange, MUFC, and rank force is actually pretty decent. So the most recent achievement that they had was the GST March. GST, which is the Gigabyte Esport Tournament. The way it works is everyone has to go through national qualifiers, and then the 16 best teams get to play in the main event. And GST March was MiTH-Trust defeating, I think, Orange, and then they went in the finals against the Chain Stack, which now disbanded, unfortunately. For those who don't know, the thing is, 2 of their players, Chains and Legendary, have army duty in Singapore, so they can't really commit to Dota anymore. And after G1 League achievements, so they got to phase 3, which is very, very strong. They got against teams like IG, Zenith, DK. Well, the problem is they didn't really achieve anything there because they were always playing with stand-in. And MiTH-Trust defeated them in the GST March tournament. And Risk, who was the captain of Chains Tag, told me that MiTH-Trust is actually a very, very strong team, and many people agree with that. I think LD in the interview said that after Orange, MUFC, and Zenith, MiTH-Trust is probably the best team in Southeast Asia. So MiTH-Trust definitely a force to reckon. And let's go over the strength and weakness. The strength of not MUFC but MiTH-Trust is that they are a veteran team. As I said, it's a very stable team, and that have been playing a lot. They have been here forever, so they have experience under their belt. They have also a relatively good result in TI1. But the weakness is they have few events outside of Southeast Asia, so how they're going to fare against Chinese teams, I don't really know. Now, they've very probably practiced a lot against Chinese team as well, because, well, those are things that we can't really see. We see the tournaments as viewers, as casters, but most of those teams to practice scrim a lot against each other. So something else is that they don't really have big achievements in Dota 2. As I said, a good result in TI1 doesn't really mean that much, due to the fact that TI1 was in the period where teams didn't have a lot of practice, and plus many Chinese teams didn't really think TI1 was nothing else than a fluke, because 1 million prize pool for a Dota tournament seems a bit too good. So the fact that they have been ranked 7th is not bad, but it's not really showing much. And as I said, other achievements in Dota 2, GST, March, I can't really be saying that it's like super good, because it's a monthly tournament, and they have been really winning all those tournaments one after the other. So my verdict, my personal verdict, which is only based on my opinion and on the thing I watch, on the thing I cast. So don't think that I say that basically they're bad. I just feel like the others are better. I feel like they're the first among the other invited Southeast Asian teams. So Neolution International, First Departure, Mineski. I think MiTH-Trust can defeat them pretty easily if they don't make it too big of a mistake. And they are able to beat Chinese team. But the problem is, I think that they won't be able to, because Chinese teams are known to be very, very training a lot, and they don't make mistakes. And I think that to give a Chinese team the chance to go to the international, they will be practicing so much. And I wouldn't be surprised if MiTH-Trust actually defeat some Chinese team. My ranking is they are going to be around 4th place, but if they get to 3rd or 2nd place, I wouldn't be so surprised, because I really think that MiTH-Trust is a strong team, and they can really go very high in the ranking. So thank you guys for watching. This was Myzzrym with the new Who Is series, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I am going to try to turn out all the videos before the Qualifier actually starts, because that's kind of the main point of it. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose. And I hope you guys enjoyed. So see you guys next time. Bye.